Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hippo 2024 workshop for the levels Hippo 1, Hippo 2, and Hippo S1. We're going to watch a couple of videos and then we will get started.
Welcome to Hippo 2024, the 12th Hippo International English Language Olympiad. Hippo is a yearly global English competition, with participants from over 60 countries. Hippo evaluates students' English proficiency in 4 core skills: reading, writing, listening and speaking. Hippo aligned to the CEFR and suitable for Malaysia students. Hippo is approved by Ministry of Education since 2020. In Hippo 2023, 12,000 Malaysian students joined the competition. 1,400 of them made it to the semi-final. 28 of them represented Malaysia in the world final round in Italy. We won 1 first prize, 1 second prize and another 1 third prize. Additionally, 4 achieved 4th place and another 4 received 5th place. Congratulations to all the winners of Hippo 2023. Hippo is open to students aged 6 to 19 from national and international schools. Hippo 2024 comprises 4 rounds. The first 2 rounds include the preliminary and national final rounds. Participants ranking in the top 10% in the preliminary round will progress to the national final round. The preliminary round is scheduled for April 26th to 28th, and the national final will be held on May 25th or 26th. Each test will last approximately 1 hour on a date to be announced later. Winners selected from the national final round will advance directly to the world final round in Italy, set to take place in Assisi, Italy, in September 2024. Other high-scoring participants will receive invitations to join the regional round, where the first-place winner will secure a spot in the world final round in Italy. The regional round is slated for July 2024 in Kuala Lumpur. In the preliminary round, students have the option to participate online from home or school during the weekend, facilitated by the Hippo team through Zoom. For online participation, a reliable internet connection and a laptop are necessary. Alternatively, if your school conducts the exam on physical paper, you can opt for the paper mode instead of the online method. For the national final round, the competition format could be online from home or school during the weekend, or on physical paper, with the mode to be confirmed later. However, for the regional qualifier round and the world final round, both will be held using physical paper. Please note that various English core skills will be assessed across different rounds. Which Hippo category should you choose? If you attend a national or private school following the national syllabus, you can select the regular category. Determine your category based on your school year or grade as of January 1st, 2024. For instance, if you are in Primary 6 on January 1st, 2024, you will be in the Hippo 2 category. If you attend an international or English medium school, you have to choose the special category. Determine your category based on your school year as of January 1st, 2024. If you fall under the regular category but wish to tackle a more challenging difficulty level, you can also participate in the special category. We'd like to explain the difference between the regular and special categories if you wish to switch. However, please note that you cannot switch from the special category to the regular category. Here is a list that includes the number of questions in each paper and their respective mark for preliminary round. Please note that for baby and little hippo, both regular and special categories are grouped together. Some levels in the special category share the same paper as the regular category but are assessed separately. For example, Hippo S1 shares the same content paper with Hippo 2. Similarly, this applies to S2, S3, and S4. We have thoroughly explained the rules and regulations. For participation in the upcoming Hippo 2024, the registration fee is 60 Malaysian ringgit per student. Please be aware that the registration deadline is April 1st, 2024. Registration can be completed online or through your school. With each successful registration, you will receive a complimentary Hippo online workshop and access to the website for past year papers. Upon registration confirmation, you will receive a WhatsApp message from us containing the registration link for workshop and past year papers. Here are the prizes for participants at different competition rounds. The finalists and their teacher will receive complimentary accommodation for 3 nights, including breakfast and dinner, when they attend the World Final Round in Italy. To register, please visit the website and complete your registration online. You can register through your English teacher too. If you need further information, feel free to contact the number displayed on the screen. We're excited to welcome you to Hippo 2024.
Created using Powtoon.
Okay, here's the second video of the students that qualified to go to the final in Italy last year.
Taking Malaysia's spirit with me to Rome.
Forza, Squadra Malaysia, Malaysia Volley.
I'm excited to be a part of the Malaysian team to join the Hippo World Finals in Rome.
What's important is you try our very best. Good luck, everyone.
I bet I'll learn a lot of new things there. I hope I can win this competition.
For the Little Hippo competition, I will do my best to make Malaysia proud.
I will try my very best.
Winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all-time thing.
Good luck to all the Malaysian finalists. Bye.
I will do my best to win the competition and make Malaysia proud. Arrivederci!
Arrivo. See you then.
Salve, io sono Maria. See you in Roma.
Hi Hippo! Budak Malaysia coming to Italy.
My name is Chloe and I'm going to Italy.
Hi, see you in Rome.
Hello! I'm Mary from Malaysia and I can't wait to see you in Rome. Hi Italy! Here I come!
Hi, this is Ming-Jin, and here I come, Italy.
Are you ready? I'm ready. Italy, here I come.
Okay, those are the students that qualified for last year. Perhaps this year, one of you will be qualifying. That would be great. All right, let's get started. Okay, this is the city where the final is being held. It's the town called Assisi. You can look it up on Google, but I did. It looks very pretty. It's a very pretty city. Okay, let's start with a game. Some of you may have seen this before. If you have, great, you know how to play it. If you have not, let's go through the rules. You have 4 groups of 4 words each. Then you have over here a group of 16 words. These words go in sets of 4. You have to figure out what are the sets. Okay? I will show you the first set, how this works. For example, if you put on group 1, you put the word horror. Okay. Now, horror is a what? It's a kind of a movie, maybe. If you like to watch horror movies or read horror books or things like that, it is a genre. Now, What other words in this list are also genres? If you said fantasy, you are correct. If you said mystery, you are also correct. And if you said romance, you are correct. So that is group 1. Now, I'm going to have you pause the video now. Write down how you would group 2, 3, and 4. Remember, there is no particular order that these must go in. So if your group 2 is different than my group 2, but your group 2 is my group 4, or however else you want to work it, completely up to you, as long as they are all in the same group. Okay? So pause the video now. Write down your answers, and then come back and I will give you the answers. Okay. So, to me, I will start with group 2 as light bulb. Internet. Airplane. And telephone. All scientific advancements. Next one. Brazil. Brazil. Australia. Why can I not spell Australia today? All right, there we go. Japan. And Russia. Okay. And the last group. Jane Goodall. Isaac Newton. Albert Einstein. And Marie Curie. And those are the groups. Now, as I said, if your group 4 is my group 4 is your group 2, that's fine. The order of the groups, even the order within the groups, is not important. What is important is that they are all grouped together. So we have genres of movies, TVs, books, any number of things. Inventions, countries, and scientists. All right, let's try another one. Okay, this one, because now that you've seen how this works, I'm not going to give you the first word of any of these groups. Okay? I want you to write down on your paper the groups that you would put together to start with. Okay? And then you come back, pause the video, come back, and I will go over the answers. Okay, I think you guys are old enough and good enough at this to be able to handle it. Okay, so pause the video now and write the answers. Okay. We'll start with upset. Dejected. Depressed. Frustrated. Negative emotions. Globe. World. Planet. And Earth. All things that we call this world that we live on. Pleased. Joyful. Glad. And grateful. Positive emotions. And the last ones. Storm. Tornado. Volcano. And hurricane. Okay. Natural disasters. So as long as you had those 4 words in those groups, grouped together, you got it. All right, well done. All right, let's read the story and answer the questions. I will read the story out loud, and then we will go to the next slide and answer the questions. So read along with me, okay? Meet Sarah and Jake, 2 curious friends. One day, they decided to explore the forest near their town. Sarah brings a map, and Jake carries a backpack with snacks. In the forest, they find a small river. Sarah looks at the map and says, "We need to cross the bridge." Jake looks worried, but follows Sarah. On the other side, they discover a hidden cave. Excitedly, they enter, and to their surprise, fireflies light up the dark cave. As they walk deeper, they find a treasure chest. Inside, there are colorful stones and shiny coins. They decide to share their discovery with the town. On their way back, they encounter a friendly squirrel. Sarah gives it a nut from their snacks, and the squirrel chatters happily. When they return, the town is amazed by their story and the treasure. Sarah and Jake become local heroes, and the town decides to have a celebration in their honor. Okay. So, I'm going to leave this here. Answer the questions. Pause the video, answer the questions. Okay, have you got your questions answered? Great. Who are the friends in the story? Sarah and Jake. What does Sarah bring for their exploration? A map. They find a river in the forest. They find a cave. Fireflies. Stones and coins. Share it with the town. A squirrel. And amazed. If those are your answers, they're correct. Well done. Okay, so let's go through this. I want words that are similar or close to the meaning of the word that is underlined. So the red words that are underlined, I want a similar meaning to that word. Okay? So pause the video again. See if you can think of at least one word that is similar to these words. Okay. Decide. Wanted to. Planned. Explore. Study. Looked at. Adventured. All correct. Carries. Words like carries would be things like holds, lifts, words like that. River, stream, discover, find, or something related to that. Enter, go inside. Encounter, meet, come across, find, return, come home, come back. Amazed, shocked, fascinated, excited. Celebration, party. Party is the best answer for that one. There might be others, but party is a very solid answer for that one. Now, if you found words that were not one of the ones that I mentioned, that doesn't mean that you were wrong. And if you think that your word is correct, take a screenshot of this, take it to your teacher and ask them, were you right? See what they say. All right, next slide. Opposite meanings. Okay, these are opposite meanings. So antonyms. Again, pause the video, write down your answers, and we will go through it. Okay. Curious. Opposite of curious. Bored. Uninterested. Or something related to those? Yes. Decided. Don't want to. Didn't. Carries. Drops. Put down. Leave. Looks at. Ignores. Looks away. Discover. Hide. Secrete. Which means to make something a secret. Hidden. In plain sight. Open. Colorful stones. Dull stones. Black stones. Somebody the other day said invisible stones. They're not wrong. Encounter. Avoid. Stay away from. Friendly. Rude. Angry. Unpleasant. Amazed. Uninterested. Bored. Annoyed. Those are all opposites for amazed. Okay. Again, if your answer is not exactly the same as mine, check with your teachers. Because there are a lot of words that I did not mention. Okay? Because if I sat here and gave you the list of all of the words, that would be the entire class. Okay, so I only gave you the top one or two. There are many more. So your word may not be wrong just because I didn't mention it. You probably want to check. Okay, let's read another story. Again, I will read. You read along with me, and then we will answer some questions. In a small village, there was a magical garden hidden behind an old house. Lucy, a curious girl, discovered it one day. As she entered, colorful butterflies danced around her, and flowers whispered secrets. Lucy noticed a talking rabbit named Oliver. He said, "Welcome to the magical garden. I'm the guardian." Oliver showed Lucy around, pointing to sparkling ponds and friendly creatures. Lucy found a magical key under a rainbow tree. With the key, she opened a gate to a meadow filled with glowing mushrooms. There she met a wise owl named Luna, who shared stories of the enchanted world. One day, dark clouds covered the sky, and the magical garden lost its sparkle. Lucy felt sad. She decided to bring back the magic. With the help of Oliver, Luna, and the other creatures, they planted seeds of joy. As the flowers bloomed, the clouds disappeared, and the garden regained its enchantment. Lucy, now known as the garden's friend, visited every day, making sure the magic never faded away. Okay. Here's your questions. Give you a minute to read them and answer the questions. If you need to pause to answer your questions, go ahead and do that. Okay. Here are the answers for the questions. It is behind an old house. Dancing butterflies. A gate to a meadow. Oliver. A key. Dark clouds. Sad. Planted seeds of joy. The garden's friend. Were those your answers? I bet they were. If they were, fantastic. If they weren't, maybe rewind the video and go listen to the story again. Try again. Okay. Phrasal verbs. Now, I bet that most of you are familiar with the idea of phrasal verbs. And even if you are not familiar with what a phrasal verb is, I guarantee that every one of you has used a phrasal verb when you speak English. No matter how bad your English is, I guarantee you have used one phrasal verb or more today even. Okay? Now, what is a phrasal verb? Phrasal verbs are special phrases in English made by putting a verb together with one or more small words like prepositions or adverbs. These extra words change the meaning of the main verb, making a new way to say things. Phrasal verbs are everywhere in English, making the language more interesting. They are important to understand because people use them a lot in both talking and writing. Examples include look up, turn on, or give in, where adding the extra word gives the verb a different meaning. Learning these phrases helps you express ideas more clearly in English. Let's watch a video about phrasal verbs.
Phrasal verbs. They're very common in spoken and informal English. They indicate action. They're made up of two parts, a verb and a preposition or adverb. For example, stand up, sit down. In these phrasal verbs, the adverb or preposition comes directly after the verb. Sometimes the preposition or adverb is placed after the object. For example, put your books away. We can also say, put away your books. The order of the object and preposition or adverb can usually be changed unless we are using a pronoun for our object. For example, let's use the pronoun them in place of the books. We say, put them away. We cannot say, put away them. If using a pronoun as the object of a phrasal verb, it must go between the verb and preposition or adverb. The meaning of some phrasal verbs are more obvious. They're literal. Stand together with up means to stand up. Put with away means to put away. But many phrasal verbs are not literal. They're figurative. The meaning of a phrasal verb can often be something completely different to the base verb. This means that phrasal verbs need to be memorized individually. Take this phrasal verb, make up. The verb make means to build or form something. You could make a pizza. But used in the phrasal verb make up, the meaning is completely different. Make up refers to people forgiving each other. I wanted to make up with my friend after our fight. Here's another phrasal verb, look up. It can be used literally. He looked up in the sky. But the same phrasal verb can be used to mean to search for information in a book or database. He looked up the word in his dictionary. When you come across a phrasal verb you don't know, try looking for clues in the sentence to help you work out what it might mean. You might be surprised how often you can work them out. In the meantime, get practicing. Try starting with our 9 phrasal verbs for beginners video. easyteaching.net.
Okay. Here are some examples. Set out. We set out. We left our house to Singapore early in the morning. That's one meaning of set out. Because many phrasal verbs have multiple meanings. I set out the decorations for the party. I put them out for people to see. Okay? It's the same words, but it's used very, very differently. One is referring to leaving your home or leaving a place. The other is about putting items out for viewing so that they can be seen by others. Let's look at the next example. Get up. My mom got me up at 6 a.m. to go to school. Woke me up from sleep. Okay? The second one, I got up from the chair to go get a glass of water. I stood up. Now, note that got is past tense for go and get. So get is the main verb. But when you use the phrasal verbs, the part that you change to make it past tense, present, or future is the verb section, not the extra part. Not the preposition or adjective. It is always the verb part that changes. Okay? So all of you should know how to change your verbs depending on whether or not it is past, present, or future. So if you know how to do that, then you know how to use phrasal verbs correctly. Okay? So if I'm going to change this sentence into future tense, I will get up. I will not say I gotten up, because gotten is not how you change the verb. I will get. Okay? All right. Now, here is an interesting thing to try. All of the blanks in this paragraph can be replaced by a phrasal verb, sometimes more than one. Okay? So I have my answers, which is the next slide. I want to know what your answers would be, and we'll see if they match mine. Okay, so pause the video. This may take you a little bit. So pause the video as long as it takes. Figure out what phrasal verb goes in each blank. Okay? There are 9 blanks. What verbs go in each blank? Pause the video, write your answers, and then come back. Let's show you. I'll show you my answers. And we'll see if you agree. Set off. Pulling out. Check out. Pulling over. Pull up. Slowing down. Sped up. Drove into. And pulled into. Those are my answers. Now, if you said we got up for set off, if your answer was got up, the problem with got up, and it's a common answer, because got up early in the morning is a very common sentence. The problem is that it's not a sentence. There's a comma, not a period. If it had been a period, a full stop, then yes, you could say got up early. Then you would change pulling out to setting out or going out. So pulling out can be going out. It's a little awkward, but it works. Okay? Check out. Look at. Look at is another possible choice for checkout. Pulling over. Stopping at. The preposition would be the at, not the over. Which is not wrong. So you're okay with that. Pull up. Slow down. Momentarily slowing down the pace. There's a lot of words you can use in this blank, but not many phrasal verbs that you can use in that spot. I think there might be one more. I can't think of it right off the top of my head, but I think there might be one more. But the obvious ones are things like just reducing, things like that. Sped up. Hurried up. Also, yes. Drove into. Went into. Pulled into. Went into also. But pulled into is better. Went into is a little awkward. All right. Now, so again, if you got these wrong, if you do not have the answers that I have, but you still believe that your answers are correct, check them with your teacher. Because the thing about English is there are multiple ways to say the same thing. There is no way that I can give you every single possible answer for these questions. Okay, so if you really believe that your answer is correct, by all means, go to your teachers and ask them for their opinion. Okay? Now, after reading this a couple of times now, what do you think about that? Read this paragraph. Before you say, no, it's not the same. There is a very significant difference between this one and the previous ones. Do you see it? In this paragraph, there is not one phrasal verb. Not one. Now, I bet all of you are thinking that this reads very formal. This reads, there's a lot more difficult words in it. Yes. But it doesn't read like you speak. The phrasal verb one reads the same way that someone will talk. Correct? That's on purpose. Phrasal verbs are used in English majority of the time to make things less formal. Okay? All right, here are some examples. Correct form of the phrasal verbs from the box. Okay. I'm just going to write the answers at the back here. Make sure that when you're writing your answers on your paper, you are putting the correct form of the verb. So the correct verb tense. Look at the sentence, look at the verb, figure out the verb tenses. Because if your answer has a different verb tense, even if it's the right answer, it's wrong because it's the wrong tense. Okay? So pause the video, answer the questions, then come back and I will give you your answers. All right, if you have your answers, fantastic. Came up with. Oh. Came up with. Set up. Come up with. Got up. Oh, no. Woke up. I always forget the got is something else. All right. Looked up. Came out. Why do I keep doing that? Found out. See you off. Called off. Broke up. Gone up. Found out. And look up. Okay? So those are your answers. Did you get them all? I hope so. Make sure you got the right words. It's not find out, it's found out. If you put find out, it's wrong. All right. Next set. Again, pause the video. Make sure you have the correct verb tenses. You are replacing the words in italics with the verbs in the box. Okay. I woke up. I got up. Took off. Put on. Went out. Worked. Worked out. It also can be works out. It just depends on the context of the other sentences surrounding it. This sentence, you can't actually tell if it's past, present, or future. I'm going with past just because. Turn it off. Okay? Remember to put the it in number 7. Okay? Because if you say, is the computer turned on? Will you turn off, please? That is an incorrect statement. It has to be turn it off or turn the computer off. Okay, you have to say what you want to be turned off. You cannot just say turn off. There has to be an it or a thing in between turn and off. All right, you should never use turn off without a word like an it or a noun that you are talking about in the sentence. Okay, so that's pretty much a solid rule that you are always going to follow. There may be some exceptions because English is a language of exceptions, but we will go with that's a rule. Okay, traveling and transport. Again, pause the video, answer the questions, come back, I will give you the answers. Okay. Their car broke down. That would be a rather large problem. It's too late for them to turn back. Check in. Get on. Took off. Get off. And got off. Okay, so if your answers for the last two were get off and got off, you're correct. All right, good job. All right, these phrasal verbs all relate to emotions and feelings. Match them to their feelings on the right. Okay. Calm down. To stop being angry, excited, or upset. Chill out. Relax. Cheer up. Happier. Look forward to something. Eat. Wind somebody up. Freak out. Oh, sorry. No, I got that wrong. I got those two flipped around. My mistake. Wind somebody up means to make somebody angry. Freak out means to be very excited. Sorry, I don't know where my brain was at. Okay, so as you can see, these are not, even people who speak this as a first language who do this all the time can make mistakes. It's okay. As long as you catch your mistake and correct it. That's the important bit. Okay. Now, if you enjoyed this lesson, we have an online CEFR class that is available for 20 ringgit per class. It's an hour and 15-minute classes. They are taught by some really excellent teachers. And they focus more on using your English. So you get more of a chance to speak and write and have your English corrected by a teacher who's not grading you. So it doesn't have the same pressure that, say, a school or a tuition has. And so we find that often children who struggle in school to use their language, find these kind of classes much less intimidating because the teachers are not there to grade your work. They are only there to help you. And that can make a very large difference in a subject like this. So if that is something that you are interested in, or your parents are interested in for you, or you are interested for any of your children, you can go to this website and or reach out on the WhatsApp from the Chaya Academy that you got with this link for this video, and they will be able to help you sign up for that. Okay? This is the information about the class. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of quick websites. All right, this is the main. All right, the Hippo site is this. You can see hippo.english.edu.my/hippo. This site has all of the information about the Hippo Olympiad, the schedule of testing. This will change as these two numbers will change as we get closer to the dates. Okay, so once these dates are fixed, these dates are going to be changed as we get closer. Okay, the video that we watched at the beginning, if you wish to go back and watch it again. Now, these rules and regulations will answer many of the questions that you have about the test. So go through this first, and if you still have questions after reading through this, go ahead and reach out on the WhatsApp. All right, now, other competitions coming up. We have the Eurasian Spelling Bee. This is from last year. It is not currently available for registration. You will be getting a notification in your WhatsApp when it does become available. This focuses on spelling and vocabulary. At last year, the final, as you can see, was held in Penang. We had almost 200 students attend the final. They qualified for the final, just Malaysian students. It was really amazing. Okay. You can watch the video from last year and read the instructions and how the whole thing works. You can also register. You can send a message on the WhatsApp that you are interested in signing up your kid for Spelling Bee, and they will put you on the list. Lessons. This is the link for the CEFR lessons. Included on this page are the current timetables. Okay, so you can see if your child is between 12 and 14, you have these choices for classes. If they are between 10 to 12, you have these choices. If they are between 8 to 10, you have these choices. Okay? We also have the English vocabulary lessons. And these are the current timetables for those. Those are taught by me. So if you're interested in those, my focus on those is just to encourage the children to not only learn new words, but learn ways of using the words that they probably already know, but aren't 100% confident in using. That's my focus with that. Now, also, if you live in the Puchong, Subang Jaya, Bukit Jalil area, we have a center at Satyawak in Puchong where we teach creative writing. This is our course, and this is our address here. So if you are interested in that, you can go ahead and drop a message in the WhatsApp, and they will contact you about a time, or you can just drop by. Saturdays are the best days to just drop by. All right. I hope everybody learned something. And all the best to everyone. Take your time on the test. Don't rush. And good luck.